This is Tim Willis, armed only with a copy of OBS and a built-in laptop microphone. This is another video from the Nomad Funnel Hackers. So we are continuing our build out of the Optin funnel for a lead funnel that is inspired by a Gunson Sun design. We just barely got started, but I've already made a executive decision. If we look at our model, it is using some green colors. I've decided I'm not going to go with green. I haven't decided where I'm going to do the gradient in the background either, but I have decided I am going to go with blue as more of a theme color than gray. And that brings me to the site I use most often to put together my color palettes, and that is coolers.co. Right now, all we want to do is use the palette generator. And I have a couple videos on coolers, and I do have a specific one on using the palette generator, which is go quite in depth on everything it can do. We're going to go to palette generator. And the short version of this is every time you press spacebar on your keyboard, you're going to get a different color combination. Okay, so completely by accident, I think this is something that'll work. It has black, it has 3 shades of blue, and it has ivory, which will be our white. There is more customization I could do, but I think this is actually going to work pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and save this. We'll call it GS1 lead. And the reason we save it, because if you sign up for a free account, you're able to save up to 10 palettes in your desktop, or dashboard rather. That way I don't have to worry about bookmarking that page. We just bookmark the color palette. That takes care of that. And then we can go ahead and open it back up in the generator. And real quick here, we are just going to copy our hex codes and stick them in our style guide. And one of the things about that, when you get the hex code, it doesn't put the pound sign. I generally put that there because a lot of color palettes want to use that. And I also like to put the name. You don't have to, but that's just my way of doing things. So we've got all our colors for the palette so far stuck in there. I didn't put a little divider line. With that out of the way, we can go back to our funnel. So the next thing we need is a 1-column row. And we're going to put a subheadline there. As we are more concerned with building out the basic structure of our first section. And so we're not too worried about the actual text right now. That said, I am going to go ahead and change the blue to a dark blue. And then we're going to click override there, and we are going to set it to Poppins. Set our color to blue. We will go up here to our weight, and let's go ahead and try medium. We can even try semi-bold. I think semi-bold is what I'm going to go with. And then let's increase the size some. Let's make it 22. And then attention, and then whoever our target audience is going to be in this case, because this is a more generic page that's more of a template than an actual file page. All right, let's save. And again, we're going to be able to move all this stuff around later on. So we're just going to go ahead and add a headline element. So it looks like it needs to be bigger. Again, we're going to go with Poppins for our font style. We will go ahead and leave that the black way. On the font size, I like using pixels better. However, there's an issue in ClickFunnels, at least the current version, what we call 2.0, that if you go with pixels, you can only go up to 72. If you want to go larger than that, you have to set it to what's called REM. Now we're going to go switch back to pixels, and we are at 56 pixels. I'm going to leave that probably black right now, although I may change it to the jet just to keep things consistent. Yeah, it's a blue-black right now, so let's go ahead and change it to jet. I know it seems like a small thing, that these habits of making everything consistent stylistically are something you'll thank yourself for when you do longer projects. We got a subheadline, we got a headline. We might put 15. We might mess with the top margin. Now, top margin can be positive or negative, and it will move your whole element either up or down. Now, this is different than padding, so we have also top padding and bottom padding on here. And for most part, I actually kind of like to take the top and bottom padding off. A lot of times, getting rid of that padding will be helpful when you start doing mobile optimization. We have what is basically going to be another subheadline. So we're just going to clone this, use our move handle, drag it down. We'll go ahead and give it 0 top and bottom padding and 30 top padding. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. I've started to tell you that. So our top margin control has a slider that goes to right or left. To the right, it's positive, from positive 30 right now. If we put a negative in there, which is the same as moving the slider left, you see it's going to move up. And if we keep on moving the slider, then it moves up that way. And that is actually a useful effect for certain things, but not this time. Regular text, so we'll go here. And we will make it regular weight. And I think I'll also make this jet. So it's looking pretty good, although it looks like it's a little uneven here. I'd like to get this a little more evenly spaced. So instead of 30, maybe we'll just try 25 top margin, or 20. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. Maybe 15 there. Okay, I think I'll go with that. I just want it kind of evenly spaced between our subheadlines and headline. All right. Save early, save often. So I think for this video, we're going to break it off right there and just make this above the fold section 2 videos. So we will stop where we are, and then on the next video, we will tackle this 2-column row. So that'll be the video for now, and then we'll move on to the next video.